That's it, the recording must be enabled. Yes. Now I'm going to open a Privatka so that I can also read the chat. Yes, I turned on the screen all this so we have Lucy pumping. That of course I don't really want to go into it. But now let's take a look. Yeah. She has a delisting on the 28th, in 2 days. I wonder how she will behave. Like an alpaca or something else. And I'm still not very rolled up. This is probably when the information about delisting went. On the swing here, the coin has a hard binding normal. So while we do not have such coins, there is not 1,000. This one just came in. Let's take a look at it now. There's nothing interesting for 5 minutes. Funding minus 0.15 is embarrassed by the resistance. Maybe now we will try to walk. Yes, I think you can try to go fill in the 25th shoulder at the cost and open 2% of the shorts. Oops, it doesn't open, but why? And I almost didn't have time, did I? That's it, I'm in. So, now I'm going to throw the entry point 1, 2, 3 into a private channel. Entry point. Here we go. There is a local tilt for a minute, but it doesn't really mean anything yet. Let's take a look at the older Freud there. 1,000 BT coin. I'll write to you now. A 1,000 BT. Guys who are on YouTube, if you want to watch in more such good quality, then at the moment, it is now in a private channel. In the format of 16 by 9, that is, in a large format, it is going. For YouTube, the broadcast was made specially in the short format. You can write Tunes help. I sent you a username and now I'm going to try to fix this comment. You can write to it, ask questions. If you become our referral on such exchanges as Bybit, Mexc and Binx, then I will add you to the closed trading group from scratch. Or you can join a private Telegram channel here. Here I post the information that the record is being posted. The recording of these trading streams, as a rule, is laid out in the format of 16 by 9, that is, in a large format, where everything is clearly visible. So, I suggest we take a look. Here, by the way, we hit the real resistance zone. The price still won't leave here. So, there are no levels. Oh, we opened it too big. This is the level we have broken through. If anything, I think it will be possible. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a thunderstorm started there. On the street. I think we'll get there if anything happens. We won't wait to get too far, somewhere around here. Oh. Now we may also fix this zone. Let's see. I think if we go there, it will be after the victory. This is the level, that is, from the lower border to it is unlikely that something will work out. The guys who? Those who are on the stream, who are not hard and want to promote our channel, you can like reactions on the stream. This will help our Telegram and YouTube to move forward. By the way, trading from scratch regularly comes out with marathon stages or already, or these are the trading streams, where we trade together with you. Here, for example, the last marathon deal was a 136% price if we click on the Taiga marathon. And go here in order to see what signals there were before. There was an UBT, there was a coma of 233%, 125%, the C of 300%, the BIS of 200%, 600%, and so on. There is not a single negative transaction here. Therefore, either on the stream to bargain or on the stages of the marathon. Or if you want to trade more, trade yourself, you can join us in a private channel. To do this, follow the code, write to the manager. There is a link to the managers in the last post. You can write. Ask how to get there. They will definitely tell you everything, show you. So for 1000 BT I close. I don't want to keep it any longer. Now let's go further. Now I'll tell you in what plus we closed. We closed in plus. Plus 41% with the 25th. And this is slightly less than 2% according to the schedule. Who came in with us, you can also share the results, and on YouTube, you can say there that you also took a profit there. Or you can send trading from scratch in the comments under where I said that the stream begins. That's it. So the coin slowly goes on, it bites, it's okay. We took our own. Now we will continue to trade. The alpaca bed is 1 billion. Not 700. So we have it for 4 sheets. The insertion is still minus 3%. Bunty Plus took 25%. Well done. Congratulations. So, did someone throw it off in private? Yeah. Here we have Daniel 1000. I'm sorry, the weather is raging. Danila took 117%, Anton took 84%, and Ilya took 58%. In general, I think a lot of people could get enough. Yes, it's fine. In fact, I really love the rain. So now, for me, the smell of rain is still coming. I have such an atmosphere as comfortable as possible. Here, I believe, it will be for me for a minute, probably, to break through these local levels. Now I probably marked the first level a little incorrectly. This level, plus this level is also present on the older frames there, which is interesting for us to look at. And a big request to trade on Mexico. It is possible, but for now it is on Bybit, while we alternate exchanges. With us. Well, we can conditionally say that here. Well, it's not even a zone. To hide it is very rude to put it. But with us, these two local levels can help give 20% of Berg. Ah, let the guys remove the code, I'm sorry. I cleaned everything up. I'm sorry, that's it. On the day we have a stabbed level. Yes, apparently. But it doesn't seem like it looks like they were stabbed, but they didn't collect any liquidity. That is, most likely, the seller dominated there very much. Wow. And here the alpaca is straight. 1000. Holy shit. Will we? Mike Tyson asks about which coin. I say alpaca. I'm going to write to the chat now. Perhaps we will see how the coin will break through its all-time high on this stream, but I am only confused by this Protorgovka, which apparently influenced those past local levels, so we can conclude that it is not worth relying heavily on this zone. Perhaps there is something to consider towards the upper border according to the state, so the coins will need to be looked at. How she will behave there. Yes, I know that as long as the leaves. I would like to know the information when exactly. Does anyone happen to know? Because there is nothing anywhere, there is no information. I wonder if there is any mass on the pipe there for me. It seems to be there. Yes, it is present. Now, yeah. We have such a dubious zone present. Oh? She's like that on a day, but not much. Significant, damn it. It's just that one flies to me. But as if it would be possible to try. But looking at that level, it didn't really hit. Plus on. Wow. Maybe this sign doesn't go in. Awesome. That's certainly gone wrong. I don't like that this level is not broken through. After breaking through it, I would either go to the upper limit, wait for the price to come up. Plus some kind of protorgovka here. No, even this is not a trade. Damn, if there's not a stab level right here right now, then it's going to be my F. Maybe these are hints for me that I'm doing something wrong. This is the second time. So, now the message will load. Well, there's lightning flashing decently before him. I have a floor-lit room here. 3 million turnover on Bybit. The question is there liquidity here? I would. Damn, I think she won't be in the Spirit Fighter safe. That is, it will not be on. We won't know for sure now. Damn it. It's definitely necessary to break through and wait for the approach to the upper border. It's pointless to pass now. Pretty dangerous. The coin has, roughly speaking, gained strength here. I spent 8 hours gathering strength, gave an impulse of 13%. But the point is interesting. I would still look from the lower to the upper border. So, now the guys have lost this music on YouTube. He'll be right back. That's it, there should be music. So, guys, do you want to turn up the music on YouTube, turn it down or not? Alpaca Pampit, most likely due to the fact that I have an artist and the 30th of its leaves. In other words, we still have time, so to speak. Damn, I'd put you behind the mass. But yes, here it is on the 30th. I think there are quite a lot of artists in it here. Because of this, at least, there were such strong impulses. I can't hear the music. Let's add it there. If it's loud, you say, I'll turn it down. If you can't hear it either, I'll add a little more. So, because there were too many artists right there. In order to buy a coin, that is, roughly speaking, to stand up long. When you close a short position, you buy. There's going to be thunder again. Flashed. When you close a short position, you buy your own. You have to buy this coin, in fact, to close the position. When there are liquidations, for example, still, then you, well, roughly speaking, the exchange forcibly closes your positions, and your assets fly into the glass. Purchases go through the market, so this is the coin. I can't tell you in which city it's raining like this. Secret information, secret city. Military secret. So that's it. And most likely there was so much liquidity gathered at the very beginning, here about 2 levels served as the fact, that it showed such a 161% momentum. This is exactly the same liquidity, and probably because there was quite a lot of liquidity there. And other people began to look after this coin, that is, there was interest in it. And it is likely that this is all manipulation going on. Therefore, everything and manipulations occur, plus high revolutions of a sharp coin. 780 million is a lot, especially for a coin that lasts. I see I'm not allowed to break through the local ones in any way, so, well, let's see what signals we have. Andri also sent us 131%. And Andri also sent another 97% on 1000 BT coin, which we opened at the very beginning of the stream. Here's another Igor Kozlov came into the mass, apparently without us. Well done, congratulations. He took it too. Ethereum Double Bayou is with us. Is it going to punch now? Damn, there are a lot of close approaches and nothing. The maximum value is 26.99. Yeah, just a step away from the price. Very tough resistance. Apparently, there may be some density there. But I think it's about to be punched. The coins have been here for too long. Unless, of course, the market starts pouring. And I do not know what it is for as long as it climbs. I have no such information. I don't know. Maybe the founder of Bybit and those who are responsible for it do not like the animal or the pack. I just have no assumptions. So, Opa, apparently there was a liquidity, yes. Maybe I'll start rolling away from here, by the way, because, well, I won't have time. Let me go in at 1% with some kind of 16th incomprehensible shoulder, and we will now take a small movement. Entry point 0 or 26,559. I'm obviously going to close quickly if she tramples the wrong way now. I definitely won't keep it for a long time. Why me? With 16.67th shoulder. This is something very interesting. Bybit shows here. All right. Here we go. Alpaca, coin. We all sat on it and I wrote something alpaca above. Damn alpaca, I believe. And I'm neither here nor there. Well, by the way, clearly that liquidity collection took place because they collected liquidity with the VIP. And I wonder if there is a slant. Yes, there is an inclination. And such. A noble inclination. Cool as if. Now I'm going to try to hold. Here is at least this slant. Maybe she will definitely hold it up to her. Damn, it's like I want to do another tilt. Now. There's going to be another thunderstorm. No, that's wrong after all, yes. Lightning flashed. Yeah. I think you can fix it. Yes. I don't want to wait for the approach. Why is there a different schedule for a minute? Because it's in the mix. And he asks, why is there a different schedule for a minute? Because these are different exchanges. The price may differ, for example, the level. On Bybit, they are more significant. During the training, Andri tells about it. Why exactly? Now, guys, I'll send the Nlku. Who came in with me? Throwing. So I'm even interested. Well, we definitely took more than 3%. Some 1667 shoulder. Yes. Exactly 3%. Perfect. Plus a U-turn. I see it's not for nothing that I leaned out. Plus, the reason for the exit was that we went to the tilt and a sharp payoff went. Maybe there. I can only speak from experience, I don't see a glass right now. Purely from experience I can tell. More thunder. Somehow quite a lot of thunder. I can say that most likely the density was set first. The density was removed, again it creaked a little, and we went shopping by the glass. That is, personally, I can draw such a conclusion because of my lack of observation. We have a cloud there with a low turnover per day. Sad schedule, it will be scary to come here, plus the levels on the clo. Definitely this is on the day, this is this level, and this is another level. Wow. Beautiful 3 levels by the way, on the day we have resistance from above. I'll mark it now. Let's take a look at the VIP, if we have it. He took 40%. Well done. Congratulations. Yes, as I said, the inclines came out well. I probably relied more on experience because I spent a lot of time trading with a glass. And therefore, I know how the chart behaves and why. If you also want to. Well, it's clear that watching is obtained at the expense of experience, but in order to get this kind of experience that can be used in the future, it is necessary, of course, to have knowledge. How to get knowledge? You can. Here again, I am now showing the code on YouTube. Again, you can write to the manager, ask about training. Training we have too. There is a week-long training where Andri teaches to find resistance zones, to find levels correctly, to mark them correctly. They will always help you there. There are homework assignments, there are literally a couple of lessons. In a couple of lessons, our guys are doing very remarkable results. Let's see it. Let's go to the indicators from scratch training section. This is exactly the same week. Here we have Oksana burning 74% with the 20th shoulder. Vitaly took 161%. 174%, 85% all with the 20th shoulder. 136 with the 50th shoulder, 100% with the 20th. And these are all our students who literally learned to use it in a week, learned how to use the indicator, and now they are making X's. In addition to the fact that Andrew teaches you to find zones and these levels, he also helps. I'll show you now. Use a terminal like Tiger, where I'm going to show it to you now. Here is such a terminal. I have it now. And now there will be a game. Lightning. Lightning shone on me half the room, as always. So that's it. This is the Tiger terminal, which I use very regularly. Now I'm not using it on the stream due to the fact that I will have a lot of internet subsidence. And there will be a delay in issuing limit orders because I have a live broadcast on YouTube and in Telegram at the same time. Because of this, a strong internet is being lost. Therefore, I do not trade in Tiger. In order not to make any mistakes, Andrew gives you a base for a week's training, which will allow you to earn money on Bybit through a glass. To make the same transactions as I'm going to do on the stream without a glass, of course, with assumptions purely because of the viewing. And it's pretty hard. I would really like to, though. Now I threw the stick to you or not? Yes. Still, I would like to trade by the glass, but due to the fact that I can make a strong mistake because of the ping, that is, both the delay of the internet and the weak internet. I may close there at the wrong time, the internet may be blunted, and so on. Therefore, it is better for me to trade without a stream. Andrew will teach you how to use the Tiger Plus indicator as effectively as possible. Now I'll show you, we have guys who throw off just the same panels from Bybit. Here Vyacheslav throws off, here we have 370/20th. Mimr is 53% with the 10th key, that is, 5% according to the schedule. Made 1000 to 40% with the 10th key, 4% on schedule. Here we have Oksana made 400% with the 20th key twice. Apparently she did it, or is it one entry point? I don't know. Well, obviously 400% definitely made on Alpaca. And here are the results, Vyacheslav, according to the byte. Another result, there are still a lot of deals with us. Vyacheslav personally sends deals on the indicator, so to speak, our trade ambassador on Bybit. So it's interesting to see who took how much. 40% wrote there on YouTube. And take media training, if you have been fully trained by Andrew. I think that yes, it makes sense, because there Andrew tells just the same about those strange nuances he tells on the recordings. You'll see me there, you'll understand. Plus, if you have any more questions, you can ask them to me. We have guys who have been through full training, that is, Scalping Pro. And that's probably Andrew just went through full training, if I'm not mistaken. Plus he also went through this week-long training. If so, Andrew confirmed. If I'm wrong, then tell me about it. Yes, Andrew has completed a full week of training, and the person has understood how to use the indicator, and also makes good results. Let's go see who else closed it. Here's Ilya plus 50%. Zero pack is still Ilya for 40%. Andrei came with us with a 20th shoulder of 52%. We also have Vyacheslav trading in parallel with TN 1442, 82% closed. Andrei still trades independently. He took 98%. Cool. Congratulations. Let's take a look. In general, it is necessary to skip in the vape for the reason, and it is unlikely that it is here and it is not here. Come on. They asked me to analyze it. I will analyze it, but 100,000 revolutions is extremely small. Such a coin, and plus a coin, you probably won't go in, since it goes up to the stairs. Okay, my eyes are going to fall out. I'm sorry. Here. I obviously can't go into such a coin, because the minimum turnover is like 1 million. A coin less than 1 million, there is definitely an understated beginner playing, then actually 2.5 million. The upper range is 10 million. They speak alpaca with a tilt on YouTube highlighted. Let's take a look. Well, let's try to go in. 2% is possible. I can do everything now. Alpaca coin. Oh. I sent another notification. I'm going to close it now. Yes, yes, yes. I won't keep it that way for a long time. The story, by the way, is similar as on the stream before last. Also breakdown, back and down. Now I think it will also work out. Of course, I don't see any strong levels from below, which is not very joyful. But of course there is a level at the bottom just about. There are still levels. There are a lot of levels. It is necessary not to fly far. But maybe it will work. To be honest, I would really like to take this movement away. And look. So far, they don't really want to let the slant go for it. I might even have looked through the stop. He doesn't want to. I propose to put a stop at 0.26762 if I'm not mistaken, plus get there now. And get an equal amount more. So, now I'm going to look at the same amount. Yes, for the same amount. That is, now I have set the shortest possible stop. Even if it closes, it's okay. I think that if we continue to go there now, we will at least get the minimum loss that is possible. And the coin is likely to show us strong growth. Igor Kozlov asks about the fights at higher volumes. The beam is being worked out. Yes, this is just one of the strategies that alpaca was sold, on the contrary, in long short steel. Here is the breakdown of the slope to the level. This is exactly the same to delve into in detail, exactly according to Tiger. How to work with it, how to understand that there is a liquidity swipe, how to enter the short in order to make money on it. This is Andrew trained pro at a large training where he teaches you how to use a timer as part of the training and tells you quite a lot of strategies that can be used. Here is one of the strategies. This is a tilt. How to use it correctly, he tells. You can write to me ons in the message post and write to me on Zelp, and I will tell you everything where to write. Or you can, who is on YouTube, go to our Telegram channel by code or in the upper right corner also join and find out information. So now guys, I'm going to be distracted for 3 minutes. I'm sorry. So, all guys, I'm with you. Palpic is a minus there. Yes, it's not for nothing that I came out and said that I had received a minimal loss, but at the same time, the coin began to grow further. That is, if we had come out correctly, the stop was correct. Broccoli in 3B we have a pump. And 1000 BT. I'd take 1000 BT looks. And the level broke through the local. So, and we sort of marked the zone there, right? Yeah. I propose to take 1 by 1% at this level. Then we'll get there. From the lower border, most likely we will already see. So, now I'm going to put a 2% limit there. Everything is ready. Now I'm going to send you a video level. So, I threw off the general chat of Privatka. I'm going to do the same thing on YouTube now. I'll send it to you. And I also sent it to you on YouTube. Yes, I knocked out the foot, but we got a minimal loss there. So, I think it's okay. The alpaca can update what I'm resting. Imagine if we were sitting further now. We could even take a look now. Here she is still trading there. Perhaps they are not allowed in now. Therefore, the question here is what will happen. Where it will hit is unclear. I don't want to take any chances. So, for 1000 BT, I think it is possible to close on the market. That's it. It is better, of course, to enter from the lower border. We have a limit present. Now he threw off his stick. I don't care anymore, I came out a little early. The interest was taken away for 1000 BT. Here's my stick. Already, guys, Ilya has thrown off 80% and taken almost 2% too. Yes, it was possible to do more, of course, but that's okay. Now I'm going to try to find a clue here. I think it will be possible to work it out when it comes to the lower boundary. We look. A coin that pumps and 1000 turbo. Let's take a look at this one. What do we do? Yes, by the thousands. It was necessary to collect more. Okay, that's scary. There is some kind of strange resistance, and it has broken through to the level. On the clock. Wow, this area is interesting. Now he may even try to come in. If he has collected a normal level, now I have seen him somewhere at this level. Overall, a good formation. On the table, the 25th shoulder is also 1%. The last price, the coin is open here. Now I'm in a chat, writing on YouTube, what kind of coin? The coin is here. So, also, who was throwing off 1000 BTs there, I wonder? Yeah, here's 35%, another 78% collected. Cool, cool. So, let's take a look. Any other entry points? Wow. So I would close the limit. Can I have a limit, please? That's it. Look what a good move of mine they took away. Awesome. That's what we came in for. In general, the beautiful ones on the chart look very interesting. Right now? Awesome. I'm in shock. I didn't expect it. This is not a fall as much as possible. Awesome. Damn, we closed 2 deals in a couple of minutes. Guys, we have collected 4%, almost on schedule. Here's my panalka. I'll check it out now. Here's another guy's. Mikhail threw off 72% with the 20th shoulder. Ilya took 73%. Lena has done well that you trade 40% for fights. And those who are on Bobby now trade with me and generally praise. Oh well, or they took 75%. Lena is 91%. We have a similar relationship with you almost. 97-91. That you're trading with me. Go ahead. Alpaca, come on. Along the way, she still flew down there, didn't she? She came up to this slant again. It's amazing. After all, they wouldn't let her in here again. So, I suggest we don't touch the alpaca anymore for today. It's too manipulative a coin. Andriy threw off two results at once. 142% of 1000 BT. I took a little more, congratulations. And then he also took 72%, almost like, probably like me. Perfect too. Working out as quickly as possible. Sergey has collected 70-80% with the 20th shoulder, and he has also worked 80% on alpaca here. If I'm not mistaken, Sergey was trained here, I suppose, right? A week long, or maybe a full song. It's hard to say. Oh, I see a lot of people came in here. Stanislav took another 74% with the 20th key. On YouTube, if someone also took it, share the result. So let's say, brag. Now I have a broadcast gone somewhere on my phone. Maxim has collected 85%, congratulations. So, I also saw trading from scratch for 12 seconds. Yes, look here, we have 15 on the Pawelka. 58-27 seconds, the position is open, and at the same minute. In 39 seconds, the position is closed. According to the coin, Igor took 4% of the net, according to the schedule from us. By the way, he also pinched off 26% of the mass here. Congratulations. 12 seconds is generally an insane result. Awesome. Look, Solar. The indicator does not allow us to relax directly. I'm looking, right? Oops. So, my technical problems are now bad. Women are probably confused that we often take such unexpected movements, and that's probably confused. I'm just kidding. I'll be right back. Account. That's it. Account. I'm back. I returned the entry on the Telegram and also returned it on YouTube. That's it. Back to our favorite futures. Set to Russian. It's interesting to look at 1000 BTs to see how things are going there. A lot of movement could have been collected yet. Another 2%, almost 3% could have been collected, but it turns out that if they had not come out, then all four. Well, it's okay. So, yeah, we have an indicator sending very actively here too. It's interesting we have. I doubt that the full name is there. But no, there is a full name. And what do we have? Silent. Oh, I didn't send Bybit either. Well, let's take a look. But no, we're probably already too late, aren't we, a little? Let's check it out quickly. Wow. And here's the fun. Will we get this same movement? There is some kind of upward movement. One coin is flying. The resistance is like that. Again, I was asked everything. So, the trend line, all the notable tools are here. That's where we have resistance. Now it is necessary to check on Nefty more locally. Yeah, that's what she has, of course, and the jetty go both ways. But I would have skipped 5 million turnover so far. The rate is normal. I would have waited and understood. Spec drove. Yeah, a rebound to the spirit and the cat, as Andre says, but we definitely won't go in like this. Most likely. Because I remember the BCVW at the end. Also something like a dump, and then she flew into space. Let's take a look. Ah, she fell firm here because... No, it's not spoons, I'm sorry, it's completely different. She's a resistance zone here. This is the zone. Op. From the upper border, it worked almost perfectly here. At least 5% could have been taken away if he had seen it earlier. Okay. Yeah. There are such level guys who are on YouTube. If it's not hard for you, then can you put a like there? Put reactions to promote the stream and to give you a bigger factory for this stream. So, drove on to look. We still have a local level like this at 4 o'clock. Oh. Even more, so is the local level. But the zone is still holding the coin. Don't let him, he wants to let him. So, at 30 minutes, I wonder what. Load up. I don't see anything interesting for 30 minutes. Oh, and did he fall even lower here? It's flying even lower. Yes. Yeah, wow. And if they had supported it, almost 6% would have been taken away according to the schedule. So, a Thai coin. We're watching it now. Such a vocal sun distribution for a minute. There's a plus slope. Wow. And she burns us too. That's our inclination. F my. There is also a more competent way to draw. That's how we have the inclination. At 4 o'clock, we are fighting in the resistance zone. Plus, we also have such a sauce, probably such a more Protergovka has worked out from it so far. She is also working out at the moment. Then we have a day. Interestingly, we are almost a normal zone on the whole. Of course, I would like it to fall perfectly. So I'll probably make it a little bigger. Probably a very large link will be at 27%, but here it can give an impulse, due to the fact that it has such a level on the day. Here the level is broken. This one is punched. Yes, it was possible to work out. I overslept. I just didn't see the signal right away. Chip on. They say the alpaca still broke the slope there, right? Let's take a look. After all, she's very manipulative, right? Yeah, I don't see my inclination, which was. That was it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Punched, right. And yes, she didn't let us earn. Manipulation endured. Well, it's okay. We still have a lot of signals here. Full name again. I swear. Well, I didn't take a look. Phil didn't have time for a decent move already. Then it grows. I would probably throw a 1% limit on the full name coin. Now, guys, I'm going to write everything everywhere. Now I'm going to put it out first and write Phil's coin with the 20th shoulder, and not here 12 and 5 shoulder maximum. Okay, so I'll allocate 2% of the deposit. I set the level. Book border. Exposed. One time. And now the guys on YouTube coin full name 0 to 3388 limit. That's it, we have 2 limits already worth it, by the way. The opera decided to rest. It's fine. I hope the Paybit didn't crash out of the account. Nevertheless, he flew out, thank God. Insert in the Nordnaya. Let's see how our limit works. According to 1000 BT, I wonder what's there. So far, something has got into some kind of local trading zone. Let's go. Yes, and Paka deceived us after all. We fell for manipulation. It's a shame, of course. We could. Somewhere here, we had an entry point of almost 6%, and they could definitely take away the percent. Well, whatever. I drew it at the local level, look what. Now there are some lines, damn, Bybit constantly draws some local levels, right? She drew it for herself. Anyway, it's not moving in some range here. Damn it. If we don't go in for sure, definitely not, but it's quite possible that there will be such a picture here. That it will now reach this slope. The tilt will work as resistance already, and the coin will go further down. Of course, I'm just not going to work without Tiger for sure. Because I have already realized that there are strong manipulations in the glass that I do not see. Now I don't know if there is with you. Therefore, guys who want can try to work with Tiger. According to Phil, Ilya came to us, by the way. Congratulations, 90% was taken by a person. Good result. Sometimes these inclinations are worked out exactly like this. The support is worked out after breaking through in this way. But it is necessary to sit through a glass because I have already realized that she is manipulating there in a glass. And I do not want to drink on the head to get. So, wow, we have Alexei there also entered his full name. Cool. 250%. According to Phil, you put out a Levitka. Someone decided to go in and so order, but it's interesting. Wow. On, strong breaths did not miss well. Okay, it's okay. The limit order, if anything, I will definitely remove the full name before going to bed. 1000 BT, I think too, if we have a lower limit there. And I do not know what the boundary is, because Bybit threw us out. My schedule has fallen down here. I left it from the lower border, if I'm not mistaken. If from the bottom, then I will also clean it before going to bed. Yes, I left it from the lower border. Op. Lightning again. I was asked 3 times with a dump of my full name. Captain BMW we hardly have on. Yes. Yes, it's not there. Find it. So, we have some news in Brazil. The Gaze launches a thin Zoro that has recently climbed. It is interesting that there in Brazil has not affected in any way. So I'll read the latest news. Part of the organization owned 988% of tokenized U.S. Treasury bonds, most of them in the rock with a biddle of $5 billion. But also include Benji AI from Franklin Templeton there at $707 million. $5 million from the super stake, $661 million of hell to $500. That is by the likely that he can start Christina. I wonder how she reacted to this news. At 13:46 by my watch. So, now I'm going to set my time zone. I guess I didn't react at all, did I? 13:46. And I reacted with growth. There would be a river there. Here they started it. This news accelerates 4 under 2%. This is normally a lot. The coin is quite so large, and then rolled away. Because this news should work for a long time. So on EPT. Nothing. There's nothing yet. Mikhail trades there on his own. I'll show you now. And now, first we reduce it to 1001. We definitely won't go to FOI anymore. Back and forth flies on. We have a local level here. It came out of consolidation earlier. There is a very long trend line, the old one. On the day, the level is broken, punched. Such a thing here is of no use, like there was no Protorgovki here. Ah, well, I saw all the haggling. This is the zone, that is, to the upper border. Yeah, so I noted the senior frame there confirmed it. That's it. Wow, how perfectly I highlighted this zone. So, I probably overslept a little. But I would drink locally to wait for what probably looks like a 5-minute exit from consolidation. Yeah. So weak. They are not weak. Normal in general. No, I would have missed it, probably a little doubtful. I don't want to go into this. Wow, lightning again. Sam. Lightning flashes as fast as it rolled right here. Just as instantly fast. So that the senior their frames and resistance zone. Yeah. A little more senior, yes, there is a zone in the resistance zone. Now. This one. Wow. In general, a chic zone, to be honest. But it's not far. Very far away. 58%. With 13 million, it will be hard. Yes, even the candles are weak. I don't want to go into this for sure. I just don't like it about parking. Sometimes coins when they are in such consolidations, that is, there is such a consolidation going on. I'm on top now. Let's say this is where we have this consolidation after growth. That is, the coin moves in a certain range for a while, as a coin can lead. Two options. Or it breaks through the upper boundary and goes down. It seems as if it seems that everything, the coin will now go down, that is, on a reversal. But here it happens to be a manipulative movement. She can return to this zone for a couple more minutes, for a couple of candles there about the trader to make, and give such an exit. In other words, such a story is quite common, especially on such illiquid assets. That is, after a strong impulse, an impulse to consolidate, to break through the upper limits of consolidation. It seems to be down, as if everything has started in a short movement. No, it returns again to a small consolidation and can show a pulse. Therefore, it confuses me. I want to skip it. And I flew even higher along the way than I was, right. And we're not me, we've all watched it. Mixed up. At night, 10%. Strange. By the way, she blocked their balance 50% and went down. This balance can be drawn using the ruler now. Here is to cover up the 50% imbalance, that is, that it was even possible to go 4 or 3% here. Damn, I've been pounding before, haven't I? Her and said we weren't going. I haven't seen it, no. We have more guys pinching profit there on fill. I'll show you now. I haven't gone yet. 40%. We have and percent find. Dmitry generally took almost 400%. Krasova. Congratulations. So, I think we can slowly finish. We have opened enough deals today. There were phases of the transaction. A good shopping stream. Therefore, I think we can finish it. Thanks to everyone who came. We have such a trading stream past. Let's do this. We had 4 on the schedule. Here is the skill schedule. 4 ethers. Depending on your activity, depending on the activity of the guys from YouTube, the guys in trading from scratch. That is, now it is active. If you put reactions everywhere all today, then tomorrow I will bring them. There will be more, I'll let you know, probably, let's start in the morning. I'll notify him in the morning. Presumably, let's also start it at 15:00 Moscow time. Therefore, guys, you can go from YouTube, right to Enza Help, learn how to get into trading from scratch. You can get here for free, you only need to be a referral. Those who are on. Now I'm going to write username to the general chat. Well, I'm going to throw off the point now. Here on's help you can write here. Here are my messages from this account I wrote. Write to your personal account. I want to get into trading with you from scratch. Bye. Yes, I am. Sometimes I'll take a look, record a video that I forgot. Sorry guys. I will definitely sort it out. Therefore, enter trading from scratch, be active in the informer, set reactions. Your reaction will show me that you still want to see the stream tomorrow. And we will have a total of 5 streams for a week of trading. Next week, we will also try depending on your activity. Although what? We'll take a look at the third one now and finish it. It's no use going out. The question is, if you don't have any on fire, then we stomp on the Mexc. That's it, you have an analysis. I'm sorry that I forgot about the pays. So we sort it out fast. There are no PIS. Pice, if I'm not mistaken, is there. Here she has levels here. Well, it's disassembled for me as a whole. That is, of course, if a person writes there that 0 is 4, and it's already funting interesting, it's normal. For a minute, I want to, look at 15 and at the parts. The incline, which may be broken. That is, there are 2 inclinations, and there is an even more local inclination. That is, push it. That is, the coins at least need to be punched through this one. This is the local slope, in order to descend to this slope. Perhaps from here the reaction will get. Wow, we have a level on the punched ones here. I'm going to clean them up now. Unnecessary noise, because already. At the bottom of the level, they also worked out anyway. I put everything in our long, if anyone works. Therefore, in order for the coin to show a downward movement, we need to break through from that slope plus, I see. It broke through the resistance, and for this it showed an impulse here. But if the pH allows you to average there, then I would consider averaging in this zone. Zone 016, 92, 00, 90, 1952. That is, roughly speaking, 002, and the lower bound, 0017. Plus, guys, don't forget to take the limit there for 1000 BT, and full name before you go to bed. BT, if I'm not mistaken, worked twice today. According to Pays, the conclusion is that you need to wait for the breakdown of the slope, plus you can consider averaging in this zone. Then, of course. I don't know, it's unlikely that the price will go higher, of course. Here's the verdict. Well, that's it, I think we can end here. That's it, thanks to everyone who came. Have a nice rest of the day, everyone. Bye, everyone.